Welcome to the Be Well and Ground podcast, where we come together to nurture our bodies, our families, and our lives in a way that's sustainable, healthy, and full of heart. I'm your host, Emily, and each week we'll connect with wellness experts, passionate professionals, and fellow mamas to bring you practical tips and inspiration on everything from motherhood and health to gardening and low-tox living. This is a space for community where we lift each other up with actionable advice, support, and the tools you need to create more balance in your life. Whether you're looking to grow your garden, simplify your wellness routine, or just find that little bit of peace in your busy day, we've got you covered. So grab a cup of tea, join the conversation, and let's journey toward a more balanced, more vibrant life together. Hey there, it's Emily, and this feels a little funny to say because I started this podcast having conversations with other moms and business owners, and then realized I never really introduced myself. So if you're new here, hello, I'm Emily, and I'm a mom. I teach yoga, specifically toddler yoga, prenatal yoga, and a variety of adult classes, including private yoga, group yoga, and outdoor yoga. So basically all kinds of yoga. And I'm also really in this beautiful and tender season of life. I just had my second baby. I had a son. I also have a daughter. But I just had my son a couple months ago, and I'm learning what it looks like to find myself again inside of motherhood. And honestly, that's kind of where this podcast came from. If you are also a mother, you know that motherhood can change you in ways that you don't always expect. And somewhere between caring for everyone else, you start to think and ask these quieter questions like, who am I now? And what do I love? And who do I want to grow into next? And for me, I've always been someone with a lot of passions and a lot of interest. I get inspired very easily. I love to learn. I tend to go all in whatever I'm curious about at the moment. But for a long time, I thought that meant that I was unfocused or doing too much. But lately, I'm learning to see it differently, and perhaps that curiosity is actually how I find my way back to myself. My background kind of reflects that, and it's really not a straight line at all. I worked as a product manager in a very corporate world. I built businesses with my husband, from a laser engraving business in the wedding industry to owning an organic grocery store. And now I'm here teaching yoga, creating again, and launching this podcast, working on other creative projects, and letting myself evolve without needing everything to make perfect sense. There have been lessons, failures, and seasons where things have worked, and there have been seasons where things didn't. And all of it has shaped who I am now. And I've always loved learning on my own, especially late nights, deep dives, and just kind of following that curiosity wherever it leads. But that's always been a part of who I am. But I will say, over time, I realized that while that kind of learning really matters, it can become a little bit more powerful when it's paired with something like learning from others. So listening to different stories, different voices, lived experiences, especially from people who are right in the middle of it, has changed the way that I have learned and grown. And it's made this whole process feel a lot less lonely, especially in this season of motherhood. So that's kind of what this podcast is about. You'll hear conversations with wellness professionals, small business owners, creatives, and everyday moms. People who are just building things, supporting their communities, navigating motherhood, burnout, healing, and growth, and doing it imperfectly. This isn't about experts having all the answers, and it's not about perfection or having it all figured out. It's about real conversations, shared wisdom, supporting small businesses, and making space for the lessons that come from lived experience. I truly, truly believe we can learn something from everyone. And through this toddler yoga community and other shared spaces, I've seen how powerful it is when moms are simply given the room to breathe, to talk, and to remember themselves again, even in small ways. And that feeling of coming back to yourself is really the heart of this podcast. So if you're in a season of transition, or if you're finding yourself again after motherhood, or if you're just someone with a lot of passion still figuring out how they all fit together, you're in the right place. I don't have all the answers, but I do believe deeply in learning from one another, growing together, and honoring the season we're in. So, thank you so much for being here. I'm really glad you're listening, and I can't wait to learn alongside of you. Thank you so much for being here with me today on the Be Well and Ground podcast. I hope this episode has filled your heart with new ideas, inspiration, and a little more peace. Remember, your journey to balance is uniquely yours, and you deserve all the love and joy and the calm that comes with it. If you enjoyed today's show, I'd be so grateful if you could share it with someone who might need it, or if you could leave a review to help others find this space of support and inspiration. That would be so much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode filled with heart and healing. Until next time, take a moment to breathe, honor yourself, and know that you really are doing an amazing job. Sending you so much love and light. Have a wonderful day.